Hi and welcome to a Corporate Maths video on APR or annual percentage rate. Now this is a question that came from the Core Maths assessment that we've just done, and it was somebody wanted to get a payday loan of £235. They wanted to have that money for 6 days and then they wanted to pay it back in full. And we are going to work out which is the best way of doing it. There were two offers. There was Payday Help, which had compound interest of 0.8% per day, and then See You Through loan people who were charging 1,150%, and they had quoted an APR. And now APR stands for annual percentage rate, and it's a method in which we can compare two different sorts of loans to see which is the best value, because sometimes the lowest percentage rate for the loan is not necessarily the best deal. Right, so we're going to start off by looking at Payday Help, and this is just a simple GCSE compound interest question. So we have got the initial amount, so the final amount is going to be the principal sum, which is the first amount you start off with, the loan, times 1 plus the rate over 100 to the power of how many payments there are. So if we fill in our values, the loan amount is £235. Inside here we've got 1 plus the rate is 0.8 over 100, and the Payday Help was saying that this was an interest rate per day and it's going to be paid back over 6 days, so to the power 6. Now if you put that all in your calculator, we will get a final amount of £246.51. I've rounded that to 2 decimal places because it is money, and so now it looks like money. So that is Payday Help. Now the APR calculation, we want to work out how much we're going to end up paying at the end of it. So with the See You Through, we use the formula that you are given in the formula sheet which came with the test. So if we have a look at that, the formula sheet you were given with the test said that C is equal to this funny sign, and then A over 1 plus I to the power T. Now when we did the compound interest lesson, I said that this was a notation which tells you want to sum a number of terms. So you want to add up a number of terms, and usually we would write it, if we expanded it, as A1 over 1 plus I to the power T1 plus A2 over 1 plus I to the power T2, and so on, plus A3, A4, T3, T4, and so on like that. So we're just adding all these terms together. And the different things in here, so this means the sum of the payments. The I, which goes in this position, is the APR, the annual percentage rate, as a decimal. So you're normally given it as a percentage, and that means you then need to divide by 100. Okay. C is the amount of the loan. T is the time in years. It's very important, it's in years of the loan. So we're going to work in days in a minute, so we're going to do it as a fraction out of 365, and the formula refers to it in years because it's the annual percentage rate, and A is the value of the instalments. And in this case, that is going to be the amount we pay off to settle the loan at the end. So in this case, the amount to settle the loan. And it really is as simple as substituting the values into this. We're only making one payment, so we're going to write C is equal to A over 1 plus I to the power T. Our C is 235. Our I is our percentage divided by 100 to get it as a decimal. So 1150 divided by 100, so that's 11.5. Our time is equal to 6 out of 365, and that's because it was 6 days as a fraction of a year. And remember, when we're substituting values into formula, the first thing we need to do is put those values into the formula without doing any calculations, and that is where we get the first mark on any of these sorts of questions. So 235 is equal to A, that's the amount to settle the loan, and that's what we're going to find out, divided by 1 plus 11.5 all to the power 6 over 365. We're going to rearrange this to make A the subject of the equation, and that means we're going to times by the denominator. If you want to work out the denominator first of all, then you can, and then do a times. So we would have 235 is equal to A over, comes out to be 1.042 ... if you put it into your calculator. And what you mustn't do is you must not round. So once you have worked that value out, you don't round it. We're going to times both sides by that value, and that will bring it up here, and then we'll have 235 times this value will give us the value of A. So we're going to times both sides of our equation by 1.042 blah blah blah. In practice, on your calculator, what you would write down, what you would input is ANS, the answer button, times 235, and then press equals, and that gives you a value of £244.96, again rounded to 2 decimal places because it's money. So this is the See You Through loan. We had a value of the Payday Help, which was £246.51. So we can see, if we compare both of those values, that the See You Through is the better value, because you're paying back less. Okay, and remember, in the exam itself, you are given the formula for finding out APR and calculating final amounts or loan amounts. Thanks for watching.